This is Kent with MrTruck.com coming to you from Echo Chamber at a Geodome. Listen to that echo. Now, this is a 2019 drive of the GMC Sierra. This looks like a Denali here. And we are going to be driving off-road, doing all this fun stuff. Got my whaler hat on, so I am ready to rock and roll and show you this. This is part 2 of our review for the 2019 GMC Sierra. You're capable. So this is showing you all this two-load tiering or the cool tailgate, or
yeah, and some of the
how much you can stick in there. Yeah. Oh, look at that handle. Awesome. I love this handle.
That's what I said. It's a good knob.
Yeah. Okay. Some people like that knob better than others. All righty.
All right. Shall I?
So you gonna run up that step?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool.
I do without the handle.
Yeah. Well, he's young. Howard's throwing hay on the truck. Oh, that looks like hay. It's not even straw. It must be pretty heavy.
It is.
Gotta see more of this handle.
Looked all this out.
Yep. So
It's too cool. It folds down.
Hey,
Yeah, that's awesome.
knob.
right when he's
Yeah.
right when he's about to reach for it. Fire him. All right.
Now, what's that a bag
I
of?
know we'd get another marketing guy. Engineers not so much, but marketing guys. They run
Cool.
So the next thing we'll show you is just demonstrating the two-tier loading, and all the last generations of Sierra have always had the notches in the.
Right, I remember that.
So we're going to throw that in there. This board just has to be longer, so I had to throw out the one I have at home. This one with
About
the wider
7 inches
box
wider,
is a little over 6 feet.
Yeah.
So
Cool. So yeah, that's right. That has to be longer now because you guys close the sides in for the extra volume.
everybody's got to throw away the piece of wood.
That's true.
My wife parks up against mine now. Another way to use the gate, and when we clinic the truck, a lot of folks that delivered auto parts love this. It's just the fact you can get it.
That's good. Howard was talking about you can get to your safety chains because of all that's out of the way. That's pretty good. People will love that because safety chains are a pain in the butt on a gooseneck.
Very true.
And a 12,000 pound towing capacity, you're going to have some goosenecks on these puppies.
Love this.
With the 6.5.
Yeah. Well, people do the 5.5, but it's not easy.
Now we are going to close the primary gate. Leave the second gate open. We'll put some wood in there and use the step as a load step.
This is like a bar now.
It
Could
is.
use it as a work surface, yes.
Work surface.
Now
That's
the
cool.
the accessories group will be offering a T-slot cover that goes on here. It's got aluminum T-slot that the gear on tie downs will go on. So with a saw or whatever, some things you can leave on there and close it and drive the work
flat surface.
And that'll be where like that one lower thing. This one has little speakers and stuff in it, so you got some kind of a
speakers.
that's protected by that lid.
They would be behind there.
Yeah.
This one
So
does not
that's-
have them. The other
okay.
truck did.
And those
So that's
speakers are
protected.
marine speakers. So
Oh, they'll
if it
handle
gets
water.
wet,
Okay,
you can
good,
hose it
good.
down.
I like that.
And then using the running boards in the rear position allows us to get to the back of the cab and the front of the box.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's that running board that you push the button backwards.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
My loads never fit this well.
Yeah, that's
Well,
cool.
the thing is, anything longer, you drop the step down and you're still 4 feet wide plus across here.
Yeah.
9.5 inches.
Run the back.
And
Now-
48, about 48 and a half across the inside of these hinges. So
Now this tailgate's aluminum too?
yes, it is.
Okay.
And the cover that's on the gate is what we used to make fuel tank shields out of. So it's got 1 inch glass fibers in it. So
Oh,
it's very tough. It's what used to go under our trucks.
well, that's good. That's good to
We've
know.
got Carl says we've got a surprise for you in the back of the truck.
I was wondering while I'm back here, what's the hitch? If I have my stinger sticking out there, am I going to damage the tailgate, or do I always have to think about it? Because now sometimes I leave my stinger in, sometimes I take it out. You know, it's got the ball on it. Yeah.
The gate will touch. With most hitches, it's going to touch the plastic, but it can get in the way.
Okay.
And what we do too by design is the latches on this gate have an ajar switch on them.
A what switch?
It's an ajar switch, so the truck knows that this gate's open. You can't open it remotely when this gate is open. And it's also so if you were to just walk up and hit this button, it won't open.
Well, that's good.
Because you can have things on it.
Sure,
So
and you
for
could fall
safety
down, hit the jack. You can do all kinds of terrible
also
things.
unattended, so if you're in the house and you hit the button, you think, oh God, what I have back there, at least.
Right. Yeah, that's important because if you've got your trailer hooked up and you slide some of those down, they will hit the jack.
Yep.
But that is cool. Alrighty, and we got some surprise in the cab.
The passenger side is
Is it a hot chick or what is it?
The finger tab there on the back seat. There's a tie-down strap in here.
Tie down strap. Oh, you're storing your tie down straps in there, right? Okay.
so convenient location for things like that, and gloves.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, it's a nice storage area.
Well, you never run out of storage. You always need more storage. That's why we have crossover toolboxes. And you guys still offer that inside box, do you? Whatever that's called, that goes on a fender well. Because now you got a bigger fender well. You got to have a bigger box. Is that we only get to see that while we're here today?
It's more of a commercial offering, but it's available as an accessory. I don't think we have any out here.
Well, it's got to be twice as big as the old one because of the extra room you've given it. I see. I see.
Our accessories are utilizing the extra space on the box. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Ready? Yep.
And you got such a wonderful, I got a video of that too, the wonderful tie downs you have now, really heavy duty. There's a lot of them. And to me, in Colorado, if you're hauling trash or something in the back and it blows out and hits a school bus, kills 20 people, it's a $40 fine. Of course, you got lawsuits, but it's ridiculous. Cargo management is such a big thing, and people don't understand it. It's so important. And so what you guys decide to do, instead of doing all these rails on the side, you just do a bunch of hooks in each corner.
And the increased capacity of the box is good too. In Michigan, where I live, if you have a load that sticks up above, you'll get a ticket for that as well.
Oh, really?
Because things blow out.
Yeah.
So having the extra cubic feet in there with the larger box does.
You can fit 2 yards of mulch, dirt, whatever, all underneath.
2 yards, yeah. I know it's a big thing. Yeah.
And you can't get that. That's the 5'9" box.
So that's what you guys did. You moved that wall in 3 inches on each side.
So it's about 3.5 per side. Yeah.
Oh, I think you
Interesting.
I need to do a lot more.
Take it over.
You'll run out of.
You're not like an engineer, are you?
I am. I do everything twice.
Well, that's a good thing.
Fortunately for you all, I didn't make you do things twice.
Boy, yeah, that's why I don't do that manual labor. Well, this is cool.
What are the
I love that big
rated
step.
for now? The new ones?
500 pounds.
500, yeah. Well, there's 3 in each corner. Is that what there is?
Yeah.
So every corner is rated at 500.
Better
max.
than the old ones.
But any individual hook is 500, but one corner can't go more than 500 pounds either.
Oh,
So it's
And
not
when
15
you,
pounds on the corner.
okay.
When you get to the next stop, they will have one of the Carbon Pro boxes, and that has an additional 2 tie downs at the front,
Yeah.
as well as wheel chocks for the
Right.
for bikes if you put that one.
Maybe there's some sledgehammers there so we can just see how tough it is.
If you ask the right person, there's an axe in the back.
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. An axe.
What were you thinking? Giving axes to?
Yeah, that's my favorite tool is my axe.
No.
I love that bigger step because that tell you that's so you can actually use that with a trailer. You know, your Ford and some of those other things you can't climb into them with a trailer. This is, of course, this is the avalanche thing, but I love them. I love that corner
This
step.
is the biggest step we've ever had.
Yeah, and the handle up here. Yeah, that's a very good idea. That's one of my favorite things.
So as you move on to your next destination, that is in your rearview mirror. So toggle that full rearview camera back and forth between the mirror, and you'll see, even though it's still there, you can see better with the camera. Camera's there.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
I had actually had a GMC dealer ask me about this step because he ordered a new Denali, he didn't get it. And he said, well, how come they don't have a running board go back to the back? He says, they do. You just gotta. I thought it maybe came with the Denali, but apparently it doesn't. And his
Comes with the Ultimate.
was a heavy duty, but that is nice. And then you still folds clear up. But Yeah, because a lot of times you got a crossover toolbox and you don't have some kind of a running board. 1, 2, that's a slow running board. So now, besides just hitting that parking brake when you hook up to a trailer, now it senses what when I climb in the back?
If the truck sees motion at the wheel speed sensor when it's in park, it'll set the parking brake for it.
Really? Wow.
So you'll
That's
hear it
smart
set.
stuff.
Sounds like a fuel pump, but it's actually the parking brake being set.
Wow,
when you
that's
drive
cool.
away, it'll just pop.
Is this a button for the parking brake? Is it
You
like
don't
the
have to release
e-brake?
it, it'll just release itself.
Wow. It's pretty cool being automatic like that. I love it. You know, that's all this crash avoidance things in there. You didn't have to try hard to crash one of these things. You had to try hard to fall out of one of these things. I mean,
Please don't.
All right, I'm with Daniel again. He's the guy who knows everything. So now it's this new mirror, and it has a camera, and I'll show you a picture of the camera. It's on the very back end. Boy, it's hard to get a good view of that, but you can kind of see it there. The camera's up on the roof back toward that little, whatever, the spoiler kind of thing. Chimzol. Weird names, but anyway, it's really weird because you can zoom it in, because I was worried about that. It looked like such a small picture compared to my mirrors. You know, I like everything to be the same size.
You can zoom in, you can zoom out in this model. You can pan up, you can pan down.
That is good. That is awesome.
So you can set it to whatever setting you like. We do have a brightness adjust, so let's say maybe at night you don't want it to be so bright, you can do that. It will auto adjust brightness based on the amount of light that it sees in front of it, and when you don't want to use it, it's an electrochromatic mirror, will also dim when it detects glare behind you.
Oh, that is awesome. So it takes some getting used to, because it almost looks like a clearer picture than what you normally get out of a mirror, because it is a camera. So it's you know, I like the density of it, but it is just kind of weird to get used to, and it's weird, you know, you're used to checking your glasses and stuff, and now you got to use another mirror because that one doesn't do anything for reflecting your face.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that is cool. Now, is this an extra cost, or is this part of the Denali and the SLT?
I think it's bundled in a package that comes with HUD, this 360 camera, is when you step into this.
Oh, does this one have HUD?
This does have HUD.
We're 11 degrees incline, all-wheel drive. I guess maybe that's my steering wheel. Yeah, it is. That's my steering wheel angle. Hey, that's pretty cool. And it tells you several things in your heads-up display. There's your speedometer. I think that has to do with lane departure. And there's your compass. And there's all things we looked at. It's right in your windshield, so you don't have to look away from the windshield. You can look straight ahead, drive ahead. Don't lose that peripheral vision looking underneath your steering wheel for stuff. It's right there. That is cool, because you have all these new electronic features you have, and that I'm used to it now. When I first started, I thought that was kind of weird. It was such a small picture, and then we zoomed it up. But now it's just different, and it's a wider. You know, when you zoom it out, you can get a 180, or what kind of a degree angle is it? Because it gives you a much wider view.
It does give you a wider view. I'm not exactly sure what the precise measurement is on it, but it is wider than you would get in a typical mirror.
Yeah, it'd almost be an extra lane. You can see an extra lane that you could see.
Absolutely, you can. So it does help to reduce the blind spot.
It is. I think I would like it. I'm just not used to it yet. But yeah, that is too cool. Well, thanks, Daniel.
No problem.
You can blame Nitsa.
Where are we going now? Except, okay, I'm hitting the button for the camera. Maybe hitting it too hard. I hit too. There we go. Hit the button for the camera, and I can see my trailer. I know my trailer's still hooked up. The cord's not unplugged. See, I always run my lights on, so I know the cord's plugged in. So I do have trailer brakes or something, but I guess every 8 seconds I'll push that button so I can see what's going on back there. But that would be cool with that bird's eye view down each side of the trailer. For that one, I would push that button whenever I wanted to, just to look down the sides of the trailer, especially with heavy traffic. Regular English anymore. It's all metric. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the speed I was driving, but at the time I had no idea how fast I was driving or what the limit was. Finally got to tow some trailers up here in Newfoundland. There's trailers with boats on them. There's trailers with like 4 ATVs on them. And driving basically on a flat road, some dirt roads. So it's not like a big test like we'll do in Colorado. The trailers that I pulled were 5,000 pounds with ATVs, aluminum trailers. And that's the whole idea about, losing some weight on this truck. Aluminum doors, aluminum hood, aluminum tailgate, and some aluminum suspension components all gives you more room for payload and for trailer capacity. So that's a good thing. Besides helping you, with the fuel, save some fuel. And the ones we drove with trailers with an AT4, so it's got all those cool options on it. The AT4 also has a different interior, has a special design with the seats. But the two engines we used when I was here was the 5.3 and a 6.2. Of course, the other, the 6-cylinder 3-liter diesel comes out later, and so does the 2.7 4-cylinder turbo. So the 5.3, this one is 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque, 6 or 8 speeds. Well, I love the headlights on this, and the tail lights. They're all special LEDs, and they are brighter. The other engine, the one I drove the most, was the 6.2-liter, and it has 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. It only comes at a 10-speed. Yeah, the 5.3 we drove here was an 8-speed, and 6 speeds would come out later on. But yeah, they're quite the machine, and they work so well at sea level. That's where these 6.2s are a power horse. They just pull and pull, and they're fast. This is where it shines at sea level. The Ford EcoBoost shines at mountains at higher elevation with the twin turbos, but these are great at sea level. Nothing beats them at sea level. Yeah, we got to drive mostly Denali's out here. And one of the most interesting things about this is all the new trailer apps that they're doing on these trucks. They've got an app in your center stack of your console, and you can also look at it on your phone. Gives you a checklist, shows you lots of camera angles, so you know exactly what's on the side of the trailer, what's in front of you, and what's behind you. That's great for off-roading with this AT4. But the part of that towing information that they've really updated on these trucks is the door sticker, which tells you everything. Oh yes, we just drove by the town of Dildo. That's got a famous fishing lure that everybody stops by and looks at the statue. We didn't get that far into town. Looked a little spooky to me. But that was an interesting town. And the that info is so important about, it shows your tongue weight, your rear axle weight rating, your combined weight rating, your GBW, all those things you need to make proper decisions with a trailer and what size you can actually use. So that was a big part, is the trailer, and of course the bed is the other big story here. And it's got that Pro Tailgate, which folds like 3 times, and it's interesting. I mean, it's got a little handle so you can climb up into it. So it's something that's it's unique. So it takes a while to get used to it. The bed, is 7 inches wider on the inside, and I didn't get to see the new toolbox that would fit inside there, because I'm sure that one they have is bigger now. But the mirrors are good. These are the ones that are mounted below the window, and they're anchored to the door, which is new. But it's a longer mirror, a little more visibility on the front side between the door and the mirror. And then, of course, later on this year, we'll see the new towing mirrors come out. But this is this AT4. It's got the heads-up display, which I really like, and it's got the Rancho shocks. It's got that special tailgate, 2-speed transfer case. You get 18, 20, or 22-inch wheels. And what out here in Newfoundland, we're pulling these ATVs. They're orange, and they told me that they're made here, so they're quite the interesting thing. I wish we've got to pull some of those out and ride them, take them for a spin. But yeah, an awesome truck out here in Newfoundland. Here with Howard Elmer. He is the dude from Canada who knows all about trucks. What's it called? Truck King Media?
Truck King Media.
Holy cow. And you do a thing every year where you compare several trucks.
Yeah, we do the Canadian Truck King Challenge. We've been doing that. We're in our 12th year. So the idea is real world testing. We run the trucks the way that people use them. Do payload, we tow with them, run them off-road. We even do our own fuel economy study. Not on dynos, but actually on the road.
With trailers?
With trailers.
Awesome.
And so those numbers are always anticipated each year.
Yeah, those are great. I help TFL do that, and we do the numbers loaded, and that is, the EPA does not know what a trailer is, and they don't do any of those tests, so you've got to rely on us independent types that tell you that, and it's awesome.
It's good. It's good to know, and that's the information that you can't really get anywhere.
That's true. That's true. Speed limit 80? I guess I'm going too fast.
Yeah, that's. No,
Oh, it's in kilometers. I have no idea how fast I'm going. It's in kilometers.
All right, well, I can help. I can help.
What is 80 in miles?
50 miles an hour.
Oh, geez, I thought, wow, I'm flying.
It's 50 miles an hour.
It's sort of quiet at 80 miles
But
an
it's
hour.
only 50 through here, which is 30 miles an hour.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Holy cow. We are driving across Newfoundland in the fog. And it's Denali. It's okay. It's got heads-up display. I love heads-up display. This is the first year of that, right?
Yep.
We've got a marketing guru in the back. And your name is?
Chaz Russell.
Chaz Russell. Marketing. So he's going to tell us all the inside stories and all the secrets that he knows. But this is... I love these Denalis. And now that the steering wheel is straight, the seats are straight, the brake controller's on the right side, I'm so happy. I love this. Heads-up display, though, I've got to get that, because that way you can keep your eyes on the road and that peripheral vision doesn't have to wander around and look for your brake controller or what's going on below the dash. This is a safety feature. I love it. These certainly are quiet. The Denali, is this a black one? That's what I always call a sexy beast, the black Denalis, the chrome and the black. It's gorgeous. And now we're on the watch out for moose. I guess we're in moose country. We don't have a moose detector. So I guess somebody will scream in the truck when they see one and I'll lock up the brake sideways.
Yeah, if the video comes to a sudden end, you'll know what happened.
Yeah, we should have one video going forward just to watch for that moose.
They have a lot of them out here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is cool. There's a lot of history up here. You know, the Titanic was just a few, I don't know, 100 miles or so offshore when it went down, whatever it was. But it is awesome. We just came off the most eastern part of the North American continent.
Cape Spear.
Cape Spear.
Look it up.
There's a lighthouse there? I didn't see the lighthouse.
And it's too foggy today.
Lock and load. I want to hear this rumble. This is the 6.2 V8, right?
It is.
So we have the 10-speed.
10-speed.
This is so awesome. Before I forget that AT4, the off-road package, besides having a 2-inch lift, it's a premium off-road package, which is really cool, which means you can get the 6.2. Where in a Silverado you can't. You can only get the 5.3, and it has the work truck and the LT, where this one you can get premium off-road, so you can enjoy out there chasing coyotes and having all the luxury things, and I'm sure that'll come with that new tailgate too, right? Even
Absolutely.
the AT4?
It comes standard.
So yeah, you've got all kinds of cool things on this off-road package that you don't have on its cousin. So that's all interesting. I guess my headlights are on automatically.
Yep.
They are. You don't have to worry about putting them on here. Daytime running lights.
With this heavy fog, I would probably get killed driving this every day. Heavy fog, so we didn't get to see the sunrise, we didn't get to see the whales. I guess we're too late for the icebergs.
It's available on our split black V8s.
So
And
this,
they operate anywhere between 2 and 8 cylinders.
And that's on 5.3 and 6.2?
Yes.
yeah. And this Denali is the only way you can get dynamic ride control.
Adaptive. ride
Adaptive,
control.
why do I keep
Yeah,
saying
so
adaptive
we
ride
have,
control?
So dynamic fuel management is the term for the engine technology that operates the engine in anywhere between 2 and 8 cylinders. So that can be, as Tim was alluding to, so 17 different firing fractions. So burns of a firing fraction. It gets pretty complex. There's like 3 million lines of code and how the system operates. But if you're familiar with the current system, where it's either a V4 or V8, what this allows us to do is operate the engines below 4 cylinders anywhere.
So I need to talk to probably Jeff about the dynamic ride control.
That was pretty easy.
Yeah, we're getting used to this new rear camera view. It's actually a camera back on the back of the cab up on top, and it gives you a wider field of view, and it's brighter, like it's a cloudy, dark day, and you can see really well. But it's just a little different to get used to, but it's almost like watching TV or something. too. You think you'd like it because it does gives you quite a bit wider field of view. Tons of pickup truck questions, right?
Right. Where do we go for the answers?
We go to the Truck Nuts book.
Because we're truck nuts. And we wrote the book, Truck Nuts. We're nuts about truck. The ultimate guide to buying a truck, or to looking at a truck, or judging a truck. You know, whether it's diesel versus gas, new versus used, what your teenagers should learn about trucks, all that. You do all kinds of cool tests.
Yeah, we do a lot of testing. We do the iGauntlet, world's toughest towing test, up the mountain and down the mountain. We do MPG testing on the highway, loaded with trailers.
Yeah.
We do off-road testing. A lot of that data is in this book as well, and it's a one-stop shop for truck information.
That's true. We test trucks, maximum capacity, up to biggest grades you can do on the interstate.
Yep.
So we really put them to the test. And, you know, you can get all the facts you can't find anywhere else. We do MPG tests, which you can't find on any sticker anywhere. So, you know, all that stuff that you can't find is in the book.
And you can find the book at trucknutsbook.com. There are links to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all the other bookstores as well.
So read about your truck nuts.